my name is Karen Campbell. I'm doing my presentation with my visual aid on spaying and neutering to control the pet population. According to the May 2013 article in the Humane Society of the United States, it is the only 100% way to control the pet population. In every state and every city, pet overpopulation has become epidemic in proportion. We're all familiar with the term euthanasia. According to Wikipedia.com, the definition of euthanasia is the intentional ending of a life to relieve pain and suffering. Unfortunately, the majority of the dogs and cats in our shelters today are not euthanized because of pain and suffering, but they're killed due to overpopulation and overcrowded conditions. According to HumaneSociety.com, euthanasia is the #1 cause of death in dogs under 2 years of age. So what is spaying and neutering? Spaying is a removal of uterus and ovaries of a female dog so she cannot have babies, kittens or puppies, and the removal of testicles of the male cat or dog so he cannot produce puppies or kittens. According to statisticbrain.org and animal shelter statistics, there are 6 to 8 million dogs and cats entering our shelters each year, and only 1 in 10 will ever find a permanent home. The amount of shelters across the United States is 5,000, with 5 million cats and dogs entering these shelters, and 3.5 million of these cats and dogs are killed each year. The number of animals that enter the shelters that are spayed or neutered are only 10%. And this costs the taxpayers over $2 billion every year to house these dogs and cats. According to this poster, this is called the cat population pyramid and dog population pyramid. An unspayed female cat with her mate and their offspring can produce over 11 million cats and kittens over 9 years, and this is according to spayusa.org. The dog population pyramid is a breeding pair of dogs can produce over 67,000 puppies and dogs just after 6 years. These are pretty sad numbers. We also have a homeless cat and dog population. We were introduced to this in the Olympics in Sochi, Russia, when we saw all the dogs on the streets that were being poisoned, killed, rounded up because of the overpopulation problem. Well, we have an overpopulation of homeless dogs and cats in the United States. They have litter after litter, and they wander around looking for food and shelter, and they can carry disease. Professor Hassan Aderos wrote in his article, Monitoring and Control of Dog Population, that it is one of the most important and effective tools for the prevention of rabies to man and animals. There are nearly 4 million people still receiving post-rabies treatment, even in developed countries today. There are many health and behavior benefits of spaying and neutering your dog. According to Why Spay and Neuter Your Companion Animal in paws.org, your female dog will live longer because she will not develop uterine, breast, or ovarian cancer. Your male dog will not develop testicular cancer, and he runs less of a chance of roaming, getting hit by a car in search of a female dog. There's also many behavior benefits to spaying and neutering your animal. They don't hump, they don't mark their territory, they are less aggressive, and they're more attentive to their master. And we know bad behavior can just send them to the shelter, and we know what happens to them when they go to the shelter. There are many excuses I hear for why people don't spay and neuter their animal. They say it's too expensive, they want their children to experience the miracle of birth, or they don't want their animal to lose their manhood. There are many low-cost spay and neuter clinics available in most cities. Peter Marsh wrote in his book, Getting to Zero, a roadmap to ending animal overpopulation, that these low-cost spay and neuter clinics are just as effective and good for as if you were taking your dog or cat to a full veterinary for service. So in summary, pet overpopulation has become an epidemic. The statistics say that the number of deaths of our animals in our shelters is directly related to the unwanted births and overpopulation of all the dogs and cats. Reducing births will reduce our deaths because it will reduce our homeless population. It will also reduce the amount of animals entering shelters. If you're not part of the solution, then you're part of the problem. Be a responsible pet owner. Spay and neuter your animal. Vaccinate your animal. Identify your animal with a tag and microchip. Be responsible. Adopt, don't shop. There are so many animals in our shelters today that will make you a lovely pet. As Bob Barker used to always say at the end of The Price is Right, help control the pet population, have your pets spayed and neutered.